Hello, Lake Nokomis Lutheran. This is Pastor Sarah here. I'm sitting outside the church. Look at these beautiful gardens. We've had this gardening group that is like taking care of our space. It's amazing. I'm also kind of watching, I don't know if you can see, but in the parking lot right there, there's like a student driver learning how to parallel park. And so they've been working on that for a while. I just think I'm thinking about all these things that just take time, right? Gardening, learning to drive. Anyway, this Sunday, as we continue in this series on Sing Me a Song, Tell Me a Story, we're going to hear this Psalm 13, which is a lament psalm, and it's a person just lamenting sort of things not going the way they want them to go, and lamenting an enemy and oppression, and just wondering, God, where are you? Like, what is going on? How long do I have to wait? And it was reminding me of this little story that Tresslyn Koskin told me. I was out visiting her, and I think I shared with you a couple weeks ago that her husband Jim just turned 100, and Tresslyn is like 98 or 99, I can't remember. But Tresslyn was telling me this little story of a school she worked at. And when she was working at that school, she was asked to give the commencement address. And she turned it down because she thought somebody else was more deserving. And so she had said, nope, I think this other person should do it. And she was telling me how she kind of regretted not giving that commencement address. And I said, well, Tresslyn, what would you have said if you had done it? And she said, well, I know exactly what I would have said. The title of my speech would have been In Defense of Plan B. And she was talking about how often in life, Plan B is actually a really good plan. So you worked and you worked and you worked, and things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. You wondered where God was at in it all. You wondered why it was happening the way it was. And then she said, sometimes you find out Plan B was a pretty good plan too. So she said, all these years later, if she could go back and give that commencement address again, she would call it In Defense of Plan B. So I'm thinking about that today. I'm thinking about that as I prepare for Sunday and this psalm about where, God, are you, and how is God present and with us even when things aren't going the way we want them to, when we have to adjust and make new plans, when we're working and working and working and maybe seeing little to no progress, but then sometimes we see progress. Just how plans change and God is with us in the midst of it. So I know a lot of people are celebrating the holiday weekend, and if you're with us in church on Sunday, we look forward to celebrating with you and thinking through this really beautiful thing that our God is with us in all these ways. So have a good weekend. We'll see you on Sunday.